Are LED headlights better than halogen headlights on a motorcycle? Let's find out here on the SV Cruiser channel. Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Alright, you're probably wondering, why are you looking at an LED headlight for a motorcycle? Well, yes, you guessed it. I'm going to put this on my bike. Now I do have the stock halogen bulb that was on there from when I bought it. The halogen bulb, it is bright, it works fine, but I'm just curious to see how well one of these LEDs would work in my bike and if it would be better. So let me show y'all what this thing looks like on the inside. It's right about the same as the last ones that I had for my bike or my truck. And it is, pretty heavy. It's not that bad. Looks fairly well put together. I like the connections. I like how this is pretty sealed off inside here. Or at least it looks that way. This connector, this is the same connection for my bike. So I know that's going to be basically plug and play. The O-ring looks okay. Looks like it's got 3 diodes, as you can see, 3-sided. So I'm assuming one side's for low and the other 2 are for high. I'm not sure, I'll figure it out later. It also comes with 3 adapters and some kind of a spring. I'm not sure what that's for. But what I'm going to do in this video is show you guys the difference between the halogen bulb and one of these LED bulbs for a motorcycle, and try to do a comparison and show you guys so I can show y'all the difference between halogen and LED. Alright, now that you guys know what the bulb looks like, let's show the difference between, let's do the before and after. Alright, here is halogen. You guys are familiar with that. Alright. So your basic, take this off the tripod. There we go. Alright. Your basic halogen. I know it's in the daylight, but this is what other drivers are going to see. Low beam, high beam. Okay. Alright, now that we've seen that and how it turns off kind of slow, you can see it just dwindle out and burn out. Let's see what LED has to offer. So, without further ado, let's get started. Okay. First, we'll put this here. Let's put the fan closer because I am burning up out here. Here in Houston, it's harder than H-double hockey sticks. I'm telling you, it is hot. I keep forgetting exactly how easy that really is. Alright, so that's the connection that basically this is going to plug into. Let's go ahead and pop this off. So I can remember how to do it without breaking it. Should be able to pull it straight off. You just grab it and wiggle it back and forth and it should pop right off. It's a pretty tight fit. It's good.
That's what she said.
Alright, now my objective is I want to get rid of that light bulb inside. So I'm not going to need this water cover. That's what we're looking at. Alright, looks like I'm going to need a Phillips screwdriver. Maybe. No, it's just a clip. You just push it down and off to the side, and it rolls off to the side. Now I should be able to take the light bulb straight out. Now it's a good light bulb. In the event that my LED goes out, I want to keep this so that as an emergency, I can put it back in and I'll be okay and still legal on the road. So let's get the one out of the box. Really should have got this earlier. 3-pin connector. See? Now this thing does come with adapters, which I'm not sure exactly which one's going to work for this bike, but we're going to find out. I found the actual adapter that's going to go inside of the actual headlight casing, which fits perfectly. You got one large tab and 2 smaller tabs. If you look close, it indented in here, got a little valley inside. So you don't want it sticking up like so, you want it downward. Now on the inside of this, there's little notches. If you look real close, you'll see them. And you have to line them up just right, you gotta play with it. But the easiest way is to flip it upside down so you can look at it, and you'll find the grooves. You want to push down evenly on both sides, at least for this. Push down evenly, and they'll both lock into place, and whenever they're done, you gotta twist it to lock it in place. I don't know if you're able to see that. Yeah, probably not. Anyway, see how there's notches right there? Oh, wait a minute, there you go. Okay, yeah. See there's notches? Okay, you want to push down and lock in place. Basically turn clockwise. And that's going to lock everything in place. And that O-ring on the inside, it looks like it seals everything off pretty good. So, alright guys. After jacking with this thing for about 30 minutes or so, my main problem was the actual retainer clip, or the spring that holds it in place. It just kind of holds the light down. If you can see that it's actually pretty centered. Now this spring was a little bit too long from the halogen bulb, so that applied pressure in keeping it down. Well, it was a little bit too tall for this edge on the inside, and it kept kicking the light off to the side. So what I ended up having to do was this the inside clip where it hangs on to the bracket inside. I actually had to cut it off and rebend it with a couple tools here, and I'd basically remake the hook but only shorter, so that it would go underneath that lip and it would actually be pretty centered. Okay. And you also, if you look inside the lens, you see how it's pretty centered. It doesn't want to, well, yeah, that's fine. I'm sorry, in the camera it doesn't look right, but it is. Before it was kind of kicked to the side, and I didn't like that all too much. It's not going to work for me. So let's go ahead and put this back on the bike and see how this works. Wow, that is really bright. And high beam. Wow, and then my pass. Wow, that is awesome. That is extremely bright. Alright, so I'll show you guys. Yep. And then high beam. There we go. So it fills up the top half of that circle and then drops it out. Yep, that's it. You see how fast that light turns off and it doesn't burn out like the halogen does? See, that's why I like LED and HID lights. HID, they take a little while to come on because they have to get hot, and the hotter they get, the brighter they get. LED is not that way. That's not the case, because it just doesn't require, you know, a warm-up cycle. It's either on or it's off. I mean, that's just how it works. That's why I like LED lights. So we're gonna test these things out later on this evening, whenever it gets dark out, and we'll see how much light this thing puts out. All right, ladies and gentlemen, well, I finally got everything done. It is now dark outside, so I will be taking the bike for a quick run up and down the street so I can actually see the difference from halogen to LED. So, now that is extremely bright. And then my pass button, that should be bright. Cool. So let's go see what it looks like going down the road. Yeah, I'll say that's a win.